Yeah, this is definitely a bumpy road. It's handling it fine. Oh my, what do we have here? We have the Gopina electric scooter loaded up with a 400-watt motor that's gonna allow you to go up to 19 miles per hour for 25 miles of range and weighing up to 265 pounds. Obviously, these numbers will vary depending on your terrain and the weather and all that good stuff, but it's looking like a good scooter, especially since it is a bit faster than some of the other ones, coming in at, 19 miles per hour. This is looking like it's gonna have a cool design. It does have some weight to it, so let's see what we got inside of the box. Oh wow, the Gopina logo is this bright orange color right here, looking very nice, wrapping around the sides. Inside the box, we do have a charging brick that's gonna charge it up in about 6 hours. A little bit of a user guide, and the cool thing about this is we have a QR code here because it also has app functionality. A hex key to help with assembly, as well as the whole bad boy of a scooter here. Oh, very nice design as expected. Oh, nice. I love these 10-inch wheels here. You get a lot of ground clearance on the bottom for that deck. We do have a nice metal kickstand to prop this thing up when not in use. So taking a look at this deck here, we do have a nice honeycomb pattern here, nice and grippy texture, rubberized material, and it's actually a bit larger than some other decks, coming in at roughly 30 inches by 6 inches. So even if you have monstrous feet like mine, you'll have no problem standing on this thing. We're gonna prop up the stem and have this one-step locking mechanism, just like so, and it's locked into place, very sturdy. Now, as far as assembly goes, all we have to do is attach the handlebars, which should be a fairly simple process. We're gonna get this wire, which is already connected. We're gonna feed it into the stem here, get it out of the way. We're gonna take out these screws that are pre-installed, and we're gonna feed the handlebar down inside, lining up the holes, and put the screws back into place. Get it screwed in nice and tight, like so, and repeat the process with the second one. Once again, nice and tight. Handlebar's not going anywhere. So taking a look at this handlebar, we do have a brake lever, all important, very good. Right here, one of my favorite things. Nice bell so people know you're coming up behind them, looking good. Nice grippy handlebars, very nice, and no matter how I twist them, they're not coming off, because some other scooters, you actually have to put on the handlebars and twist them on, and that's it. So if you happen to twist it the opposite direction while you're riding it, the handlebars are gonna come loose and you're gonna go flying. With this, looks like we don't have the issue, as the rubber is just on the straight up metal handlebar itself. Now right here, this is also something different. We have a little bit of a hook here, and I'm not sure what you put here. I guess you could just hang your keys here, or a water bottle, or any other miscellaneous objects that you have a carabiner clip on, and you'll be good to go. Over here on the right side, we do have the all-important throttle. Now with the throttle on this particular scooter, there's two different modes. There's the zero start mode, which will make you have to kick off the ground before it'll activate, or you can have the instant start mode where you just press it and it goes. Obviously, the zero start mode is the best option to have to make sure you don't have any accidents. Now taking a look at these 10-inch airless tires, you're not gonna have to fill these up with air, and they are puncture resistant, so that's gonna be great. Over here, it looks like we do have some pretty beefy shocks as well to take care of the rough terrain that you might be riding on. And then right here, we have the all-important digital display and the power button. We're gonna power this thing on real quick. It beeps, and now you can see how fast you're going in miles per hour or kilometers per hour, depending on where you are, your battery percentage, Bluetooth connectivity in case you want to connect it to the app on your phone, what speed mode you happen to be in. There's two different modes. P2 is going to be 19 miles per hour, and P1 is going to be about 9 miles per hour. Now to interact with the screen itself, you just have the one power button that you're going to be able to press different times to do different things. So if you double press it, we have the headlight turning on right here in the front, so that's very nice, especially if you're riding around at night. If we press it 3 times, it switches from miles per hour to kilometers per hour, or vice versa. And if you want to switch gear options, just a single tap will switch you around. So right now we're in P1 for 9 miles per hour, and now we're back to P2 for 19 miles per hour. Now taking a look at the back 10-inch wheel over here on the fender, we also do have a reflector that actually lights up and flashes when you pull the brake lever, so that way people behind you will be alerted and know that you're coming to a stop. All right, so one of the cool things about this scooter, like I mentioned before, is that it does have a smartphone app. So we're actually gonna get that thing installed right now by scanning the QR code. We're gonna tap on iOS because we're on an iPhone. It's gonna open up the App Store. The app is KCQ Scooter if you just wanna search for it yourself. and we're gonna get this thing installed. We're gonna get it opened up, and it looks like it wants us to make an account, although it says we can skip at the bottom, so let's skip it. It wants to use Bluetooth, perfect. It instantly found the scooter. We're gonna connect to it. I heard a beep. We'll allow it to access our camera during driving purposes. You can get surrounding situation. No. Oh, but this is actually very cool. It has a digital speedometer, so you know exactly how fast you're going. You can see your battery percentage to the percentage up on the top left. You can actually toggle the headlight, very cool. You can see your riding time in minutes and seconds, how many miles you've gone, and how many total miles you've gone since you got the scooter. Now up on the top right, we do have a gear icon. It'll take us into the settings. We see the personal center, serial number. I mean, it's all blank. You can rename the Bluetooth name of the scooter for your phone, change miles to kilometers and vice versa, and it changes right on the scooter as well. Very cool. Turn the rear light on and off, so you can actually turn the rear light on in the app, so it's just always on, and when you hit the brake, it flashes. So that's cool. We have non-zero speed start, so like I was saying, you can have it set so you have to kick off the ground before it starts going with the throttle, or you can turn it to 0. So now, if I press it, it just starts going. But remember, that's a bit more dangerous in case you accidentally happen to tap it while you're just standing still and talking to somebody. So I'm gonna leave that on non-zero to be safe. Next, we have the fixed speed cruise. You can turn that on and off. So if you go a certain speed for a prolonged amount of time, about 6 seconds, you can actually release the throttle and it'll enter cruise control, so you won't have to constantly hold it down and keep on moving. Next, you can actually make a password. So if somebody happens to try to steal your scooter and connect it to their app, it'll ask for the password so they can unlock it. So that's probably a good thing to do to be safe. We have advanced settings. The gear speed cannot be set. Okay, advanced settings, I guess, doesn't do anything. User manual, troubleshooting, about us, factory reset, and firmware update. Oh, so you can actually update the firmware, so that's pretty cool. Now, if we go back to the main screen, you can actually see where the scooter last was when you were connected on the map. You can actually lock it in the middle, so that way if you happen to leave it somewhere, somebody tries to ride it, look, it's actually locked. It doesn't want to go. And it beeps as you're moving it. So that's actually very cool, although really somebody's probably still gonna walk away with it and just have it or something, even though they can't ride it. So you wanna still lock it up if you happen to leave it somewhere. But let's unlock it. And now, as you can see, it moves smooth with no beeping. Very cool. And then over on the right side, we have a power button, so we can power it off. It turned off the scooter, but can we power it back on? Okay, doesn't look like we can power it back on because it's turned off. But you can power it off with the app, so that's still pretty cool. So let's get it powered back on. And now I think I'm ready for a ride. This app is very cool and the scooter's looking great, so let's put it to the test, shall we? Okay, let's go. Okay, picking up speed fairly quickly. I am noticing one ride with the direct light coming. It's hard to see the screen, it is very dim, so keep that in mind. Although personally, when I ride a scooter, the last thing I do is look down at the screen because I want to look in front of me so I don't happen to hit something. But as you can see in the app, it is telling us how fast we're going, how long we're riding, and also how far we have traveled. So that's very cool. All right, so let's take this thing for a spin, shall we? All right, so this thing picks up speed very fast. It rides smooth. This is a pretty bumpy road as well, so that's very nice. The brake is pretty powerful and intense, so when you press that, you want to ease into it, because if you hit it while you're going 19 miles per hour, just full force, you're gonna go flying and you're gonna have a bad time. Now, one thing I did notice about this is the instrument cluster only says 18 miles per hour. In the app, I'm sure it probably says the full amount, but this isn't technically 19 miles per hour, because in the user manual it says it only maxes out at about 18.6 miles per hour, which is, you know, basically 19 miles per hour, but just keep that in mind if you want to nitpick.
and feel less scared because when you try to stop it, it's like danger. So you need to be careful when you try to stop it faster. It's good option for this kind of area because you no broke your tire. It's that part that's scaring me. Ah, okay. Ah. Oh. Oh, it's scaring me. Yeah. I feel scared to go away. Yeah, I like it. I feel the tire like hard because it's normal, no air. You need to be careful only different areas. When it's the tire with air, it's more easy that you dry it, but it's a little more danger sometimes. This kind of tire, I think you need like more experience for dry this thing.
Yeah, this is definitely a bumpy road. It's handling it fine, and you don't have to worry about the tires bursting, so that's good. But probably wouldn't really recommend going too off-road with this thing. This thing is fast. I can feel the wind in my face. Picks up speed quickly, smooth on this end right here. Oh, that brake is strong though. Oh. But it's a lot more pleasant of an experience than riding off-road on that dirt and gravel.
Oh my God, definitely I need more practice. And you need like be careful every time when you try to stop because it's a little danger, I think. The stop is very faster, so you need press it like smooth. You know, want to go the floor. Yeah, little by little. It's very smooth, very faster, and definitely you need like be careful because this is very faster the stop. So you need like kind of practice, and little by little you got it. Because if you try to stop and you come in like faster, you go away, you go to the floor for sure. Yeah, so I like it. It's good. It's scooter for go to school, go to work, for fun. Definitely it's good. I like it. It's only that part. It's danger for some areas, but it's only like practice. You need practice. That's it. Oh, I practice my turn arm because it's difficult. You go faster. Well, for me because I don't have experience. Oh yeah. So if you have experience, you can do everything that you want. Yeah. So little by little, I'm going to make me professional. You see? Oh, I don't like this area. That made me shaking. Only I feel weird only for the tires. It's hard. You can feel it and you feel like weird. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
The deck is bigger than some other scooters, so I have no problem having my big feet on here. It's very comfortable. I'm not worried about my feet slipping off, so the deck is a major plus. And plus, when I'm coming by, I love this bell. I got ice cream. But one thing I do have to test out, because some scooters instantly fail at this, is try this thing out at night and see how bright this light is. So, can we teleport somewhere at night, please? Whoa, I can't believe that actually worked, but it is officially nighttime, and now we can put this headlight to the test. As you can see already, the tail light is in full force, very bright and visible from a distance, so you don't have to worry. Once again, if I hold down the brake lever, it flashes so people know to watch out. So without further ado, let's double tap the power button. All right, got a good amount of light actually lighting up the way. It definitely lights up directly in front of the scooter as well ahead of where you're going. So let's see how well we can ride in the dark with bright light. Very smooth on the asphalt. We definitely have good vision. This light over here at night. Definitely a safe riding experience, very smooth, very bright. I can see everything at a distance. No worries about what's ahead of me. Being that it is nighttime, it is pretty chilly out here, so I can't wait to get back into sunlight. As you can see, once more, once I hit the brake, bam, flashing lights so you know that I'm stopping. So without further ado, let's get back to the sun. Whoa, we're back. All right, so we're back. So we tried out this scooter. It's very nice. It's very easy to ride, very easy to use, and the app is pretty cool, even though the app is, you know, pretty limited. For the most part, I won't be using the app, although if I take this scooter somewhere and I don't want it to get stolen, I will put the lock on it as well as the password, because if somebody's pushing in, they're like, oh, it doesn't even move. Well, why should I steal it? It doesn't make sense because I won't be able to ride it. See? Gotta think smarter than a criminal, and you should be fine. But remember, you still want to lock it up so they can't actually take it. And like I was saying, I do like the deck on here. It's very grippy and a good size, even for my large feet, so there's no problem there. The kickstand, very easy to use and works well if you're propping this thing up when you're not riding it. Very nice. The wheels, being 10 inches, do give us a lot of ground clearance so you can ride over small obstacles without a worry, even go through some water, because this is water resistant, although you don't want to really ride this out in the rain. But you know, if you go through a puddle here and there, you should be fine. Now, when you're done riding it, all you have to do is power it down. And this is actually pretty easy compared to some other scooters. You see this latch right here that we use to lock it up? You're gonna press this red button in. As you can see, it goes in. So you can do this with one hand, although you could do it with two hands as well. You're gonna push it in and use your other finger to pull this out. So as you can see right now, it does kind of move out, but it is locked into place. So we're gonna push this in, pull it out, comes out like that, and then you can fold it down. You're gonna lock the handlebar into this spot right here. Or not. What? Am I crazy? That's where it goes, right? At least I thought it. Oh, that's what this is for. I don't know. Okay. Okay, that's weird, although it works. So we're gonna pull this like this, and then it goes right here and locks there. I mean, it works, but it looks kind of stupid, honestly. And it's another thing you have to do. And to be honest, putting this much pressure on this plastic housing, I'm not so sure about. Although, I mean, it looks like it's fine, but that plastic could easily break. It should have been metal. They should have had a different design there. I don't know. It works, but I don't like the way it looks. And also, I'm not too sure of that plastic. But, you know, it gets the job done. And then you just press this in and pull it up, and you're back to riding again once you lock it into place. It works, but it's not the best. And one other thing that I keep forgetting about is the ride experience. It is fairly smooth, although I did notice it's not as smooth as a standard air-filled tire, because remember, these are puncture-proof, airless tires, so they're more of, like, if you look closely, it's kind of like a plastic tire, more or less. So because there's no air in there, it doesn't have as smooth as a ride, but you know, you gotta take your pros and cons. Do you wanna be able to puncture your tire and have to get a new tire, have to fill it with air every so often, or have a puncture-proof tire with a slightly less comfortable ride? To me, you know, it makes sense, although I haven't ever punctured a tire on a scooter, but you know, it can happen. But with all that being said, it's a good scooter overall, just has a few shortcomings. Once again, the screen, hard to see in direct sunlight. The mechanism for carrying it's a little bit weird and it could definitely be better, and the wheels being not air filled is a slightly less comfortable ride, but overall works well, picks up speed very quickly, has good battery life, and has an app that you can use as well for a few different functions, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna hit the trail and I'll see you guys around.